Welcome to the Thrift Store Kitchen Review, where I test all the weird junk from the thrift store so you don't have to. Welcome to today's edition of the Thrift Store Kitchen Review. Now, when you hear the name Little Mac, if you've ever picked up a controller, the first thing you think of is the guy from Nintendo's Punch-Out series. But in the 1970s, the Little Mac was a miniature burger and sandwich maker from Hamilton Beach. And I found one today for only $5.99 at the Society of St. Vincent de Paul thrift store in Kennesaw, Georgia. So let's go ahead and do a quick examination of this machine. Basically, it comes in two halves which come apart. They're held together by this little metal hinge here. I do wish they had some kind of locking mechanism for that, but unfortunately they don't. It has a removable power cord, and in the center it has this reversible plate. You have one side for sandwiches and the other side for a burger. What's great about this bottom plate is that it essentially acts as its own grease trap. And if you look at the reversible plate, it has holes drilled in it for the grease to go through. This top plate is the heat source and where it plugs in. And what's also great about this, you can use this little part right here by itself as a miniature griddle. So I'm going to get this machine cleaned up and we're going to try cooking some things with it. Okay, let's get this thing plugged in and set up. Now, I was not able to find a manual on this thing anywhere. Not only that, this may be the only full-length review video that exists on it. I was not able to find anything of that sort. I found a couple minute-long videos, and I did find an ad for another product from the same line. Apparently, this was endorsed by Joe Namath. That was the spokesperson that they hired for this. So I'm just going to assume it takes about 5 minutes to heat. So in that time, I'm going to go ahead and get a burger ready, and we'll see how it turns out. It's been heating up for a few minutes, so let's go ahead and put the burger in. Put that right here. Got a nice sized burger patty. And then we'll go ahead and close the lid. Now, this thing was also marketed as the 60-second burger machine at some point. Now, I don't know if it's going to cook the burger in 60 seconds, but we'll certainly find out if it does. Okay, so it's been about a minute, so let's take a look at the burger. Now, the outside of it's cooking pretty fast, but what's the inside look like? That is cooking, but it's still a little rare. So I'm going to put the lid back on and give it about another minute, possibly less. Okay, it's been another minute. Let's look at the burger now. Wow, and that looks about done. So let me have a bun ready for it. Let's pull this out. Let me bust this open. See, look at that. That's basically already done. In under 2 minutes. Wow. Let me take a bite. It's actually really tasty. I only used a basic seasoning of salt, pepper, garlic, and Dale's. See how much grease this thing took in. Wow. This thing's great. This thing's really good. I'm going to get cleaned up and we're going to try cooking a few other things with it too. So I've gone ahead and cleaned up from the burger, and now I want to try the electric griddle feature. So I've got it plugged back in. I'm going to put just a little bit of butter on here. Let it melt for a sec. Then we're going to see if it can scramble an egg. As you can see, this heats up very hot and very quickly, so it's not going to take very long to make this egg. Oh yeah, that's already cooking. I do wish I had a slightly smaller spatula, but we'll make do with what we have. That burger was really good, by the way. This machine is awesome. Cleans up very well, too. That egg looks about done. Go ahead and unplug it so the egg does not burn onto here. Let me take a bite. Excellent. So I'm going to clean it up one more time. Then we're going to try using it as a sandwich press. I've gone ahead and cleaned up the Little Mac fast cooker from the egg. Now let's try a sandwich. I've gone ahead and prepped a grilled cheese sandwich here. Just 2 slices of white bread, butter, and 2 slices of provolone. So let me go ahead and open this up. I've gone ahead also and flipped the reversible plate over to the sandwich side. Pop this in, put the lid down, and close it. Probably shouldn't take very long to cook this, considering it can cook a full-size burger in under 2 minutes. Let's see how it turns out. The sandwich has been cooking for 1 minute. Let's take a look. Wow, that's actually looking really, really good. Now, with the sandwich cooker, look at this part. Now, maybe I should have let it heat a little more where the top heated the bottom, because the bottom does not have the heating element built in. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it and put the lid back on. But yeah, I think one of the things that needs to be done with this, and I'll do it next time, is to let it heat up for just a little bit longer, because I think to get the bottom part optimally heated, you need to let the top part make contact for at least a few more minutes. I only heated this up for about 2-3 minutes. But other than that, the sandwich is looking pretty good. All right, let's take another look. Yeah, look at that. It's nice and cooked on both sides. Let's see the cheese. Oh yeah, that's melted really well. It's really hot. Let me give it a second. I'm going to take a bite. Yeah, that's delicious. That's honestly about perfect. Okay, so this machine has passed every test I've thrown at so far with flying colors. Before we finish, we have just one more. I've got the Little Mac wiped down and cleaned up one more time after the grilled cheese sandwich. Now it's time to find out, will it glizz? Honestly, I'm confident it will. After how well everything else has come out, I'm willing to believe this hot dog's gonna be amazing. But it's a, trust but verify type situation. I wanna find out for myself. So let me go ahead and open this up. I'll just throw the hot dog right down there on the center plate, close the lid, and let it cook. I'm pretty sure I got the bottom plate sufficiently heated this time, because I could hear it start to sizzle as soon as I put the hot dog down before I even added the top plate to it. So it should come out good. Go ahead and take our first look. Oh yeah, wow, that cooks fast. That was only about 30 seconds worth of time. Time for the next check. And one more. All right, that hot dog looks about done. Pull this off. Let me break it open. Oh yeah, that inside's blazing hot. Looks delicious. Let me take a bite. That's a quality hot dog right there. So what's my final verdict on the Little Mac Fast Cooker by Hamilton Beach? Honestly, I can't say enough great things about it. This is just a great, useful item. It's compact, It works perfectly, it has multiple uses, it's easy to use, it's easy to clean. Where is this level of creativity and ingenuity today? You just don't see it. You look at the smaller kitchen appliances now, and what do you have? Those stupid single-use dash devices that litter the thrift store because they're just one step above completely useless. I mean, those things are like the herpes of the small appliance world. They just pop up, they're everywhere, and they don't go away. Something like this needs to make a comeback. I love it. I'd go as far as to say it's the best item I've reviewed so far. Previously, it was the Franklin Chef Vertisserie Plus, one of the few that I've reviewed that I actually still use, but the thing is, that's not something you can really use on a daily basis. This, on the other hand, there's probably something you could cook with it every single day. If you ever find one of these, I would absolutely recommend buying it. You'll love it too. Well, thanks for joining us on today's edition of the Thrift Store Kitchen Review. Be sure to subscribe. Follow us on Facebook, linked in the description below. Share this with your friends. Leave us some love down there in the comments section. Get out there and support your local thrift store, and have a wonderful day.